In this presentation, we're going to take a look at the library website versus Google and what is and isn't available on Google versus libraries websites. Be aware that you can get a lot of full-text resources through the library website. In fact, you can be off campus. You will just have to sign in with your net ID and your password, and you will be able to access those resources. So you do not have to be physically present in the library to access high-quality journals, ebooks, and other kinds of materials. Let's take a look at Google, because a lot of people use Google, and I want to talk about what you're actually seeing when you do a Google search. So here's a Google screen, and be aware that Google does not search what we call the deep web. The deep web are things like academic journals, digitized copies of old newspapers, similar material that you're going to have to probably use a library website to access. Let me show you what a typical result on a regular Google search might be if you were trying to write an academic paper. I've gone ahead and done just a search for George Orwell, and a lot of this are people or websites that are just happen to say the phrase George Orwell. It's not particularly going to be all of that useful for your project. So you're going to end up wasting a lot of time when you try to find high quality scholarly literature on the internet. I wanted to touch on Google Scholar because many of you have heard of this. And Google Scholar is a viable option. I just want to point out how this works. What you want to do if you want to search Google Scholar is you probably want to access it from our databases page, like this. Here's our databases page. You're going to hit G, and we're going to select Google Scholar. The reason you want to come through us to get to Google Scholar is on that previous screen you would have had to sign in with your net ID. Google Scholar will let you know some of what's available, more on that in a second, some of what's available, but it will not pass you through to the full text of the journal article unless you're affiliated with the university that has access to that. So when you do a Google Scholar search and you get results and you say, well, this stuff's just on the web, actually it's not. If you recall the history of your search, at some point you would have had to sign in with a Texas State ID to get to that stuff. Here's the caveat on Google Scholar. Not all academic publishers and not all academic material allow Google Scholar to index it. So you're not necessarily seeing a definitive record of what's available with your keywords. So it's not definitive. So have that in mind. You can still use this, but you're probably not seeing everything on your field or in your field or with your keywords.